Good morning, everybody. I'm just giving you a glimpse of what goes on in my studio, my very messy studio. Look at the floor. I don't know if there's an artist that's got a tidy one, although I can think of some of my fellow artists that look like they could be very, very tidy. I'm. This is an interesting story. I showed one of my collectors. I can call her a collector because she's now bought 3 of my paintings, and she commissioned 2, and then she bought a 3rd one. And then I showed her this picture and said to her, "I'm painting this next." She says, "I might buy it from you." That's even before I even started. Isn't that amazing? Okay, now I've started on this painting, and I want to show you what I intend. I'm going to show my face here, and I hope it comes in because I've got to film this myself. I haven't got anybody to do my filming for me. I have been working on the sky. I've been working all over basically. I tend to do the background layering first, and then I start adding on more textures and more colors and values, like they call it, fancy language. And then been working in oil quite a lot. I used to prefer acrylics because it dries so fast. And but yeah, no, I'm trying to go ahead and soften the sky a little because it's far more woolly looking on the picture itself, whereas here it's a bit stark. So I'm coming in with the colors. I actually need to mix in yellow here because the red is a bit harsh, and I add white to it as well. So, but unfortunately with the yellow it dries so very quickly that I can't put it on my palette and leave it there. I've got to squeeze out fresh every time. I just want to test a bit here. Let's see how it goes here. See, and sometimes I even add in a bit of skin color, flesh color. Where is my flesh color? It's disappeared. I haven't been painting a lot lately because I've been sorting out a lot of other stuff, and I've been looking after my granddaughter, which I do on Mondays. Adorable little thing. I go pick her up at school and I mess around with her all day. Not all day, it's about 3 hours every time. I need a bit more white. And sometimes I often mix my colors on the canvas, because I find that sometimes I look at it on the canvas, it looks different from what it looks like on the palette itself. So I tend to adjust it here. And also it's very important to look at your reference picture if you have one. And I prefer to work with a reference picture, although I'm going to try and go more into intuitive painting, which means that one doesn't have. You've got a picture in your mind, but you haven't got a physical reference picture. I'm not gonna. I've been working on this now for over a month. Unfortunately, I'm one of those. Maybe I'm a latent ADHD sufferer, but not sufferer. Yeah. But anyway, I tend to get distracted easily, or there's other things I want to do, or something happens and I don't get back to the painting. But this is an interesting picture. It seems to be a Native American sitting on horseback, and the person the client who wants to buy this painting, she hasn't seen much of it yet. She's seen little bits and glimpses, but she asked me, what is this long stick-like thing for? And I went to research it, and it seems like it could be like a weapon of some sort. They're different uses. Because I asked ChatGPT, I didn't really show a picture. But it could also be a tool to train the horse to dance, and I prefer that explanation because it kind of, you know, it's such a tranquil picture. I don't want to think in terms of warfare and fighting and stuff like that. There's enough of that in the world. I don't want it in my paintings as well. Okay, you get the general idea of what I do. I want to get down to the bottom part here as well. There's still a lot of work needed here. And yeah, I'm going to leave this here to get the general flow of thought that I follow. You see the water being reflection of the sky. And then I'll get down to it again. I like to listen to music when I'm painting. So yeah, I can't always film while I'm painting. Okay, I hope this makes sense. I know I was babbling about quite a bit.